Hey guys, welcome back to another crypto video. Today I want to talk to you guys about Cardano ADA and about Digibyte DGB. We have not talked about these coins in quite a while, and since Bitcoin just hit $11,000, I really thought it was due for another update. So make sure you guys also follow my second channel. It is called Dusty, and it's a backup for if something goes wrong to this channel right here. So you guys can still get my news updates. It is really important that you go ahead and do that right now. And we're also doing a $500 giveaway if we hit 1,000 subscribers on there. So make sure you quickly enter that. Possibly also hit the like button on this video if you enjoyed it at the end. That would be very much appreciated. So guys, as I just said, Bitcoin hit $11,000. I'm still completely bamboozled over how fast the pace actually went in the last couple of days here. I was really debating on whether or not the price was going to hit 10,000 at least, but whenever it hit 10,000, it was really sure. I was like 99% sure that it was going to hit 10.5 within the shortest time here. I didn't actually believe it would hit 11,000 though, but it did. And that's again where you can see how unpredictable these markets are, these financial instruments. It's insane, it's crazy, but it's really, really positive. So I also have made a video today talking about the XRP price and when XRP is going to rise due to this BTC stuff, but you must be thinking as well about Cardano and Digibyte, about what these coins are going to do in terms of gains, but it's quite intuitive to really notice that whenever Bitcoin does well, has a big rally, these altcoins seem to follow up if BTC stabilizes shortly after those big gains. If it doesn't decide to fall straight afterwards, most often, the altcoins seem to follow up, and sometimes with even bigger gains than Bitcoin had. And that's definitely what I'm believing here as well for Cardano and for Digibyte to happen in the shorter time frame here to really excel and do really well. So, Cardano ADA community gears up for Shelley testnet, and this is actually really great. The testnet program has been divided into two stages. We're reading this part right here, with the first involving the setting up and hosting of self-node. Shelley's biggest potential lies with the incentive system supported by staking, and that is one of the reasons why people are so excited for Shelley, of course, because of the staking. And the easiest way ever to explain it is you have some money, so you're getting some money for free. See it as interest to a certain extent, right? You're just holding Cardano, and you're getting some Cardano for free just because you're holding that. That's the easiest way ever to explain it. There's multiple different sorts of staking, and there's different ideas, but this is the easiest form so anybody can understand. Now, moving forward, here are the three stages. The testnet program has been divided into stages, with the first involving setting up and hosting of self-node. This stage is about establishing the basic configuration for your setup that gives a sense of how well things are working for you locally. The second stage will involve the connection of robust self-nodes with the aim of creating a single unified testnet and to add more nodes as we go, scaling the network step by step. And the third stage is where an incentive system will be set up to realize Shelley's potential using staking, and it will help demonstrate how staking rewards will go to the staking pools, and the teams will keep the community update at every stage to ensure that Shelley unravels the potential it has. So again, this is already looking really, really great. The community is really happy about the situation because, of course, it allows them to make some money and to already see how much they're going to be making, how it's going to be working, and how secure Cardano really is. Second article, Cardano parent firm IOHK strives to bring ADA closer to the Chinese market. IOHK China recently attended the Sanya International FinTech Innovation Conference 2019 to bring Cardano closer to the Chinese crypto market. And I think this is just what Cardano is also doing in multiple different countries. They're just trying to grow there in those places. But I'm going to point out a few things in this article which I found kind of strange. China's Hainan province is quickly becoming an experimental industry or area for technological industries, new models following its nature of being a national free trade zone that offers several regional dividends and policies, and Cardano eyes it now. So, of course, it's pretty obvious that any free-ish crypto place, Cardano and some of these other projects are going to be looking into because they're just really beneficial to them. So, they're introducing it to that place, yada, yada, yada. As more and more blockchain-friendly policies continue to be realized in China, the country has over 600 blockchain enterprises today, with the value of the industry expected to be worth more than 800 million RMB. But if you scroll down a little bit, right, even though 800 million RMB, and this makes sense, China's blockchain industry is set to pass $116 million US mark. I find it so ridiculous that the market is that low, that small. I thought the crypto market over there, the blockchain industry market, would be quite a lot bigger than what they're portraying it to be right here. Again, I do not really have insights. I don't know how much it is. I don't even know how much the total world blockchain industry is in terms of US dollars, but I thought in China it would be a little bit more than $116 million, right? It does seem logical. So if you guys have any insights on that, make sure to share it with the rest of us in the comment section down below. And of course, Cardano plans to introduce blockchain training courses in China's higher learning institutions. That's also going to be interesting, where Cardano is again going to be doing some workshops and some cool courses in universities in China. Shelley testnet introduction is now live. ADA records positive growth. This is pretty obvious to what we just saw of the community actually reacting really positive towards the news. The new website for Shelley testnet rollout is now live. Here's where we'll be adding key info on the rollout as we go, and you can check out the website if you want to. Moving forward, Cardano price analysis, movement into Cardano seems to be flat. However, long-term trend is still bullish. Really useless article, but quite truthful. What they're kind of implying here is that Cardano is not doing too much right now, and I would definitely say that's because they're in such a building phase right now that there's not that much security. People don't really know what's going to happen too much, and nobody's co-signing for them, you know. It's a risk to a lot of people, and I think that's what is hurting the price a little bit. But over the next couple of weeks here, especially with the testnet now being such a boomer, I think it will do a little bit better than it has done in the couple of weeks. But also adding to that, there's now a really big shift in market, right? The market has turned way more positive than it has been for quite a while here, and I think that's also going to reflect back into some of these prices. 100% Cardano price spike awaits after testnet release, predicts analyst. Well, let's get a prediction. Been a while since we saw a nice pump on Cardano. I hear that the first release of their testnet is tomorrow, which is already a couple of weeks, like a week ago or so. Everything lining up for a nice 2x pump over the next month, and I mean, realistically speaking, it could happen, though the analyst expects to see a 117% pump over the next month, and I see that not happen. I don't see that happening. See, there's a very, very small chance. But on the contrary, CCN says Cardano is up by 105% year to date, so since the beginning of the year up till now, which is also kind of strange to see, right? And that would also make it quite a little bit easier for Cardano to pump as much in this month as it did over the last 6 months, because why not, right? If Bitcoin goes on another run, it is definitely going to happen. And right now, looking at quite a significant run for Bitcoin, so all possibilities, all doors are opened, and I don't know where to stop. Cardano price prediction: would ADA price really jump 100% on testnet net launch? No, all right? It will most likely, as we have already seen, not be just due to the testnet. It is kind of impossible and not happening. Though over the month, also considering the Bitcoin moves, it could definitely happen. It's not that weird of a thing to occur. Crypto.com lists Cardano's ADA. This is again something I was really excited about. Really happy to see such things take place, and anytime it gets listed is just some more amazing stuff, guys. I always get excited about these things. Crypto.com, the pioneering payments and crypto platform, announced today that it has listed Cardano ADA to its app. Never used to before. I don't know if I ever will, though it is there. Monaco Coin, their website, Crypto.com, and they're doing good. It's really nice to see. Cardano ADA, IOHK signs an MOU with the country government of Georgia, and now I'm going to take one hand off here and say I don't know too much about this. By the way, this whole video is not financial advice. Everything said here is purely 100% for entertainment purpose only. Every opinion said here is just my personal opinion. This is not financial advice. But having said that, I don't know the full story about MOUs, and MOUs are always so fragile because it's very hard to see what is FUD, what is taken out of proportion, what's taken out of context, what went on. And here we have an official quote, but still I'm going to show you guys why I'm saying this. So IOHK to work with Georgia to develop blockchain technology solutions for the Ministry of Education and Science using Atala and Cardano. Cardano has been stuck in a range between 9 and 940 since Thursday. But if you move through a little bit, IOHK has entered into a partnership agreement with the government of the country of Georgia. Through the signing of a memorandum of understanding, IOHK will work closely with Georgia to develop the blockchain solutions and technology for the several ministries in the country. A tweet by the Cardano Foundation reads, IOHK and government of the country of Georgia announced a blockchain technology partnership with the signing of a MOU today. Together, they will explore blockchain-enabled solutions for the Ministry of Education and Science using Atala and Cardano. Okay, I think actually maybe we should just check Twitter really quickly. I think it is actually, I thought it was saying a tweet by a Cardano member, but it says a Cardano Foundation or the Cardano Foundation. So it must actually be the official Cardano Foundation Twitter account, which means that it has like 100% legitimacy now, because they probably won't lie about something like that. The only thing that could happen is if Charles Hoskinson decides to bust it, say that that's not the case, but I don't think that will happen. And here's again talking about what we've already been talking about. Cardano price analysis. Cardano got listed on a new mobile app. Crypto.com, Monaco Coin, their app, they got listed onto that, which is kind of cool. Cardano price prediction. Here's what buyers are facing uphill task. I don't agree with that, right? Why I'm thinking that Cardano is actually not really facing an uphill task and why buying is not that big of a deal is because Cardano is one of the earliest phases of their development. How I personally still see it. Some of you guys seem to disagree, saying they already have a credit card out and yada yada yada. You seem to always have a counter argument. But I still think that Cardano is just at its infancy state. It's just the beginning. There's so much to go for them. Testnet for Shelley right now is a good move, definitely so, but it's not changing that much yet until it rolls out. There's not much changing until these bigger changes are starting to come. It's pretty obvious to see, of course, but yeah, it's pretty obvious to me that it's not an uphill task if it's just improvement over time here. If you buy now, you're just buying into the idea that Cardano is going to be huge. If you buy later, you're buying what it is already huge. It's your own idea. It's your own thoughts, right? You're buying it either at a lower price or a higher price, to my personal opinion. If you're facing an uphill task, you're expecting the price to go down. So some people are doing, but I think the only reason the price can go down is if Cardano decides to fail or is being too slow. But again, the slowness, I think they learned from their mistake with the Shelley right now. And they probably will try to improve that speed by 100 times if they could. So let's just not hope that they are too slow, and then I think we'll be golden. I think so. And I'm moving over into Digibyte territory. There were a couple of cool articles here that I definitely needed to show you guys about. Digibyte price analysis, DGB USD is powering up. Let's quickly check out Digibyte on the list here. Let's type it in. Digibyte right there. We can check it out real quick. On the daily, plus 10%, and on the weekly, again, on the weekly, 10%, 24-hour range is 10%, and on the daily, only up plus 0.8, on the hourly, 1.5% up, though. What you're seeing here, though, is the most important part against BTC right now. It is actually gaining 0.5% against BTC, meaning that this hour, Digibyte has gained more than BTC has. And what I'm trying to show you guys with these things, even though this is not that significant because it's not on a daily or a weekly or even a monthly, it is so important to see because that's also what's going to happen when these altcoins are going to take over the momentum again. You're going to be seeing really green things in the versus BTC part, which is the most important aspect here, because that means that money is flowing from BTC into altcoins, flowing out, or that more money is flowing into altcoins than into BTC, which is what you really want if you want altcoins to bloom, have another alt run, instead of just Bitcoin as a sole runner, as Usain Bolt really sticking out way faster than the rest. We're going to really need some of these other coins to excel as well, which is, it's going to happen if some more money pumps into alts instead of BTC. A fresh partnership is causing an uptrend. Digibyte has a bullish short-term outlook, with the cryptocurrency recovering above its 200-period moving average on the 4-hour time frame. A large inverted head and shoulders pattern has formed on the 4-hour time frame, and the daily time frame is showing that Digibyte USD pair is trapped within a rising price channel. Fundamental analysis. So, Digibyte price is pumping after the partnership announcement with the Netherlands-based company VID. Again, Netherlands, hey. In cooperation with VID, Digibyte is launching a new ID verification tool that will validate and verify the authenticity of social media profiles. I found that so interesting to hear. It's such an interesting concept, but it's definitely something that's needed. The tool will also help to further increase awareness and adoption of Digibyte blockchain, which is again what we also want for Digibyte to really become more mainstream and become more out there. The rest of this article is mostly just TA, some kind of useless things which I don't care too much about. You can do so yourself if you want to. You don't need to read up on what some other people think about that. But it's definitely cool to see how Digibyte is excelling and trying their best to really get themselves out there, which they should be doing. Digibyte DGB price rises on potential ZBG exchange listing. So Digibyte is on the verge of earning increasing volumes on an innovative exchange targeted to the Chinese market. I find it kind of interesting that Cardano is working to get themselves on Chinese markets, or at least the Chinese blockchain industry, and so is Digibyte. They're trying their best, but hey, you can't judge them. Who would not want to be in Chinese mainstream crypto media or even websites or technology, whatever? Digibyte, a relatively obscure digital asset with a grassroots following, is rising on expectations of a potential listing on the ZBG exchange. Digibyte rose by 20% in a week, touching prices of almost 1.5 cents. The vote of ZBG, a part of the ZB.com group, saw Digibyte in the lead. Digibyte is leading the vote to get listed on the ZBG, a big Chinese cryptocurrency exchange. The Chinese community loves Digibyte, and Digibyte loves the Chinese community. Rudy Baumann. Digibyte has now been integrated in Bitfee for nearly 24 hours. By now you've probably used it. The stability, reliability, and precision is extraordinary. What an amazing blockchain with so much more to come. And guys, whenever I'm reading about Digibyte, you know it's always positive. You can't write anything else about them. They're always doing their best to excel, and I'm just really excited about them, guys. But hey, that was actually it for this video. Make sure you guys press the like button if you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit subscribe because there's more coming. And make sure you check out my second channel and my Twitter. On Twitter, my name is TheDustyBC. See you guys later in another crypto video. Take care, everybody.